Welcome back to yet another forecast video. For the upcoming week of January 23rd, it looks to remain relatively calm throughout the United States. There is a possibility of some general thunderstorms over New Mexico, Arizona, and parts of Texas on Monday. Heavy wet snow is possible throughout Texas, Oklahoma, and even Arkansas on Tuesday. And for portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, some severe storms with tornadoes and damaging winds possible. Alright, so here's the general thunderstorm risk for portions of Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas for tomorrow, Monday, January 23rd. Go ahead and take a look at the GFS model, see what it's showing. So I'm not really seeing a whole lot of precip happening. So models could just be having a very difficult time picking up on it. I do see a little bit of snow, possibly in the mountains of like New Mexico. Looks like maybe that could be part of it too, but models might be having just a hard time. So, I mean, it's just going to be general rain, maybe a few lightning strikes, and a few rumbles of thunder, but nothing too serious for that rain. So that transitions us into our next risk on Tuesday. So we're looking at some snow for portions of New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, and as we move this forward, even portions of Arkansas, as you can see. Northern Arkansas could get some snow. This is from the Weather Prediction Center. This is the probability of 1 inch or snow or more. So yeah, I'm not sure on forecast amounts yet, but definitely some snow possible across Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the GFS model is showing for snowfall. We'll go ahead and take a look at just the precipitation type right now, see what it's showing. So we'll go ahead and move this forward. So as you can see, Texas Panhandle, into across Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, and then it transitions over to Arkansas, so northern Arkansas, which I believe this purple pinkish mix is going to kind of translates to a mixed precip type, but some snow definitely possible for those regions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the total snowfall amounts. Please don't keep your hopes up and focus on the higher total amounts, as the GFS model, and any model for that matter, can kind of go crazy with amounts. The amounts will get fine-tuned as we move forward, so if you live in these areas, make sure to stay tuned to your local forecast and your local media, and your local National Weather Service offices, as they will provide much more details and better snowfall forecast amounts. GFS can really go out to play sometimes with these snowfall amounts. So as you can see, like, it's forecasting 13 inches for some areas, and I highly doubt that is going to be likely. Even 16 inches for portions of Arkansas. Once again, please do not take these very seriously. It's just an indicator. Let's go ahead and take a look at a different model run as well, just to see what it is showing. So you guys can kind of get a look at what different models will show. So see, this model is backing up on the snow totals. Still has some highly local amounts with 13 inches for portions of northwest Arkansas. Once again, please take these with a grain of salt, as I highly doubt these snowfall totals will be this high. Next, we're going to take a look at the HRRR model run. The HRRR is a good model for events that are closer. This is more of a short-term forecasting range model, where the GFS and the other one are more longer term. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what the HRRR is showing for snowfall amounts for Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. So as you can see, the HRRR doesn't have very much at all. So it'll be interesting as we move forward. Let's go ahead and take a look at the NAM3K as well. That's another kind of short range model that we can take a look at and see what it is forecasting for snowfall amounts. And as you can see, once again, I'm moving this forward, and not a whole lot. The NAM3K does actually show some stuff, but the HRRR is saying, no snow for you guys. So yeah, once again, please do not focus so much on these higher amounts, as you can see, one model is showing snow and another is not. So it's very difficult sometimes with snow forecasting. So once again, please stay tuned to your local media, local news stations, and your local National Weather Service offices, as they will have a much more detailed and better snowfall total amounts as we get closer to Tuesday. Meanwhile, on the other side of this system, so of course we're going to have that snow side on the colder side, or on the front side with the warmer side, Possibility of severe weather for portions of Texas, very far east Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. As we move forward, this shows the precipitation type. So this is not forecasting supercells, it's just showing how heavy the rain could be. So very heavy rainfall throughout Louisiana. But there is a possibility of tornadoes and damaging wind. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at it. So here is the 700 millibar height, which would be the low-level jet. So as we move this forward, you can definitely see that we got a very, very powerful low-level jet. This model is forecasting over 80 knots in some areas, even up to 90, almost 100 knots across Louisiana. So that is a very powerful low-level jet, which needs those low-level winds, surface-backed winds, in order for tornadoes to happen. So as you can see, the low-level winds just continue on throughout Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. It's kind of hard to see Alabama as it gets cut off on this region. But yeah, very, very powerful low-level jet will be in place. Right now, it's a little too far out for the HRRR model. Once again, this is more of a short-term model to show kind of what the storms could look like at the time. It's only going out to early Tuesday, so we can't see what storms are possibly gonna look like, at least on the HRRR model this far out yet. But once again, damaging winds and tornadoes are possible, being forecasted by the Storm Prediction Center (SPC) for Tuesday. Once again, across portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, based on the GFS model run with the precip type. It looks to be more of a squall line type threat with some embedded supercells, which is kind of normal for the southeast. That's kind of the types of storms they get, is just one big squall line, but it has embedded supercells. Those squall lines tend to favor damaging winds, but once again, you do get the embedded supercells. So yeah, that's kind of what the GFS model is kind of showing as of right now. Once again, if you live in those areas, stay tuned to your local media, local National Weather Service offices as we get closer to Tuesday. But have a plan in place right now, since they're already forecasting for the possibility of those tornadoes. And the past few weeks, there has been tornadoes across the south and southeast. So very important to always pay attention. The next possible severe storm threat would be Wednesday from Alabama across the southeast. Details are kind of limited since we're kind of far out right now, but as you can see with the precip type, it goes across the southeast and could bring some severe storms. Looks to be relatively marginal, low wind right now. SPC not highlighted in a 15% area as of right now, just because these details are limited, and we'll have more details as we get closer to Wednesday. Other than that, portions of Upper Great Lakes, Michigan, maybe into Ohio could have some snow. But yeah, looks to remain relatively calm and quiet the rest of the week, besides some pockets of snow in some areas. So that's good news, as the last few weeks have kind of been chaotic with weather, with tornadoes across the south and southeast, plenty of snow for the plains and Midwest, Nebraska, Colorado getting hammered. We got absolutely hammered last week in Nebraska, with very heavy snow falling. North Platte here, we broke a record. We got 13.9 inches on Tuesday. Areas of Broken Bow, they received over 2 feet of snow just east and northeast of North Platte. So it was a very, very powerful storm that occurred last week for Nebraska. But as mentioned, rest of the week looks to remain relatively quiet with just some pockets of snow, which is good news. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you in the next forecast video. Thanks for watching.